Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. We are the Mediocre Movie Majors. It's a podcast that we talk about movies on. If you want to watch it, there's a link in the description.
It's on YouTube and Spotify podcast and soon to be Apple Podcasts.
So pretty much any platform you want, we'll be there talking about films.
Yeah.
And movies.
And cinema.
Will we though? Will we?
You know.
So as movie watchers in the digital age, we don't own any CDs or DVDs or MP3s or MP4. You own some CDs? Don't get them. You don't have. Okay, so I guess you own DVDs. Okay. CDs. Okay. Well,
We don't own any DVDs.
we don't have any films, so we watch all of our movies with streaming services. And yesterday, when we were watching one, we happened to notice that each one has their own little quirks and trades. So today we're going to be doing a little streaming service tier list.
Woo!
Because which one's the best? There has to be a clear winner and loser. This is the digital age. Has to be a top 5 countdown.
I'm excited to see your thoughts on the different streaming services because I know I have personal thoughts.
There's even more streaming services on this list than I even knew existed. So
That's so true, actually.
there'll be a category for the ones we've never watched. Sorry.
That's true.
So first things first.
We gotta tell you.
We got to tell the categories. Starting off with the ones that don't exist anymore, because there are a couple that are really old, and some of them got merged, or some of them are just gone.
Yeah.
So those don't count.
Yeah.
And then above that, we have a similar never watched. These exist or used to exist, and we've just never watched them.
Yeah. Never really went out of our way to use the streaming service.
Now, because we like movies, we will always watch a movie, but the next category is for the ones that we really don't want to have to use. These are the streaming services that are the only service providing this one movie. These are the ones that you only go when you have to.
Yeah.
It works. Pretty self-describing.
Something's off. This is one where, it's a pretty good streaming service, but something's a little bit off with it,
Yeah, like it's just not quite...
It's not up in the top 2, but it's definitely something we'll use, but we might be like...
Yeah, is it on something else?
Yeah.
Pretty good. These are the ones that are, again...
a solid streaming service.
Pretty good. Now, addictive. These are the ones that you just can't stop watching.
We love these ones.
These are the best ones. These are the ones that corporate America wants to milk. They want to cash grab, and some of them they even have.
Yeah.
You might be thinking, who are we to talk about movies? We're mediocre movie majors, and here are our favorite movies. I don't remember my favorite movies.
Oh, you should follow us on Letterboxd.
Yeah, Letterboxd is a great app because it lets you track the movies you watch, and I wouldn't be able to do this without it. My favorite films are Mandy, Gremlins 2, My Dinner with Andre, and Whiplash.
Those are some good picks.
Thank you. I feel like they kind of express my personality and how I like a wide range of good.
I'm going to read my current top 4 on Letterboxd. The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Rocket Man, The Florida Project, and Mamma Mia.
How can I resist ya?
So those...
You love musicals.
I do love musicals. As you can tell, we have a broad knowledge of movies between the two of us.
Yeah. Wide selection here. We're
Yeah.
kind of accounting for both the boy and the girl picks.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I think we should start with
We're
the
just
one
gonna
that
roll right
everyone
into it.
knows, right? Like, everyone, when you say streaming, your mind immediately goes to Paramount Plus. No, of course, Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, so where do we put Netflix? Obviously, it works, so it's going to be at least in the top 3.
Well, that's top 4, but I'm kind of rooting for this to be in pretty good or something's off.
What's off with Netflix?
I feel like even though it's like a really solid streaming service, like it has the real foundation of having a streaming service, it's almost like too much. Like at this point, especially with like the Netflix originals and everything, it's almost hard to find like good content on Netflix.
I was actually almost going to say the opposite of it being, since it does the rotating library. Like if you want to watch Flushed Away, you got to wait for Netflix to get Flushed Away because it doesn't always have Flushed Away on streaming.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why they do that. They have the space.
All the streaming services do that though.
Do they?
That's just like a hot take on like all streaming services, but I think with Netflix, they have a lot more original content that usually stays on the app, so it's harder to find not original, like Netflix original movies or movies that are like made by Netflix.
Yeah, they kind of overloaded it with that.
The thing is, Stranger Things is my favorite TV show, so I do need to mention that like they have good stuff on the platform, but a lot of their shows, like a lot of the good shows either get canceled or like the shows are just not good, and same with like the movies. Like it's just really hard to find like good Netflix original content, and that's like really what they push. So I'm kind of leaning towards like Something's Off or even Pretty Good, because
I feel like Something's Off is kind of more where I would be attuned, because the Netflix originals really, like you said, water down the platform. Yeah. And it's just, if you're just going there to browse movies, a lot of the time you're going to be recommended very mediocre Netflix original content.
They really push their own films.
And I get why they would do that from a business sense, but from a quality sense, it's
everyone
really
knows,
annoying.
Like, it's kind of like a joke at this point that like Netflix original shows.
And then you can even
like,
talk about the business of it, how they only do one season and then cancel it, but still leave it on streaming. Like,
yeah.
Why even do that? Because then if you get into the show, they're never going to make another season.
That's true too. They just kind of start a lot of projects, and I feel like if they just picked less projects to invest their time in, they would have more quality projects instead of a bunch. It's quality over quantity kind of thing, you know. So I would put it in Something's Off.
Yeah, so you want to move the mouse there?
Yeah.
Thanks. Up next, what's the next one?
I'm just gonna close my eyes and pick one randomly.
That's not one.
Freevee.
Freevee? So, if you don't know what Freevee is, it's one of those free with ads streaming services.
It's like kind of connected to Amazon Prime a lot of the times, but it's also its own kind of platform. But it is free. Like,
is it still around even?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I feel like it probably is.
I think we watched Jury Duty on Freevee.
No, we definitely watched that on Amazon. Okay, so Jury Duty. Okay, so Freevee's been absorbed.
9 days. Where is it going?
So we should count this one as one that's gone the way of the dodo bird then.
Yeah, it's connected to Amazon Prime.
It's been absorbed by the mega corporation of Amazon. But that being said, back when it was a completely separate website, it actually was pretty decent. Like, didn't have the best selections. I would have put it on Reluctant or It Works.
Yeah.
But
when you wanted to watch a movie, it was on there. I'm just like fine with it because
sometimes the ads would glitch out the mobile
ads,
streaming version.
But you're not paying for it, so I'd rather,
I'm fine with ads when I'm not paying.
Yeah.
But I would have put it on It Works. Unfortunately, it has now been absorbed by Amazon, so let's just do Amazon.
Amazon Prime Video. Where is it gonna go?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Prime Video does a lot of things right with the content and the little fun facts that you can find while watching it. That being said, it does feel like Amazon has a lot of the problems that Netflix does with the originals. Amazon originals are pretty everywhere. Some of them are okay,
Beautiful Boy is good.
Yeah, but some of them are real bad. And again, those are the ones that are always pushed. And it's like, it has a little bit of that problem. Much better than Netflix. Much better.
Yeah.
But it does do that. And that deducts for me.
Yeah, so this one I feel like has a lot of good things going for it. If you've never watched anything on Prime, it has like, I think it's linked with IMDb, so it shows like the fun facts from IMDb, and then you can also like pause it and it'll tell you like who's in the scene. Like it'll bring up their IMDb profile picture, which is literally the most amazing thing ever to me because I am constantly on IMDb when I'm watching a movie. Like I'm always looking up who's that actor, and just to have it like just pause it, it's like, oh, it's that guy. Mm-hmm. Amazing, chef's kiss. However, Jeffrey Bezos. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I don't really find myself going to AmazonPrime.com to browse movies. It's not. It doesn't really like.
It's more of a TV show.
It doesn't really pop out to me. But even the TV shows, I can't really name like a lot of Amazon original TV shows.
Well, originals I can't name, but it does have a lot of like.
They have even.
So Prime Video, I think it's a pretty good.
Prime Video goes in pretty good, I would say. It's pretty good. I don't have any issues with using it besides the fact that like, it doesn't stand out. I feel like as a streaming service the way the other shows.
I feel like it has it's very specific moments. It shines.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the best thing about it.
I just like
It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah,
It's not, if it was trying to be the new Netflix, it'd be a little bit megacorp feeling.
Definitely, for sure. I'm glad that they're not like crazy, but at the same time, like I would like to see a little bit of something from them. That stands out. Because like I can't even tell you like a single thing that's on Prime Video.
There's a bunch of shit that's on Prime Video.
I'm sure there is.
There's like actually like stuff that's on Prime Video.
Let's check it out.
I'm gonna pull it up because Mad Men, that's probably the biggest one that I'm always watching. Mr. Robot.
Okay.
They got like films too.
Okay. So
Like it's a little bit more of like a good quality TV show network, and also like cinema. Like if you want to watch Brokeback Mountain.
Okay. So I feel pretty good about having it in the pretty good.
I feel like it's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm talking about Disney Plus.
Okay, let's talk Disney Plus. I think that goes in will reluctantly use.
Oh, so you wanted to put it here.
Yeah, I do want to put it there.
I wanted to put it here.
So let's talk about it.
So
I
give me your argument. I'll put it in here.
Yeah, my problem with Disney Plus is the censorship stuff is insane. The re-edits that they do is a lot. Doesn't even have all of the Disney content. They actively pick and choose which films they'll put on streaming. Like if you want to watch what's that one film with the girl from Parent Trap?
Life Size.
If you want to watch Life Size.
That movie they've scrubbed from the internet though.
I know.
Like that's crazy.
But it's Disney Plus I feel like is the streaming service where it's like the most annoying. And then alternatively, it just feels really bloated with all the Marvel and Star Wars crap. Just make that its own streaming service. Or make it like it's just I know Disney Plus, it's like, oh, it's all our subsidiaries in one convenient spot. But I would rather go to Disney for Disney originals and Disney stuff rather than the George Lucas and the Marvel Cinematic and all these like bloatware shows that Disney keeps pumping out. Like I think that kind of deducts from the whole experience of browsing and just looking, because it's like, oh, you could watch 101 Dalmatians, or you could watch Klingu John's journey through Boba Fett's house.
Yeah.
That's why I want to put it on reluctantly. Also, I hate Disney as a company.
So I don't want to call myself a Disney adult, but like
No, just go ahead, say it.
Okay, I'm somewhat of a Disney adult, so and I feel like I grew up as a Disney child too, so Disney Plus to me is like all of the content that I like love from Disney is just there, and it's very, I like having all of it in one space. I'm not really a big Marvel person, and I like the Star Wars movies, but like I do get what you're saying, like they could be a completely different streaming service, but I do like that like all of them are just like flat out available on Disney Plus. Like if you ever wanted to just like sit down and watch like
Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah, what?
Oh, that's not on Disney because they choose not to put it up.
Yeah, but like the actual movie.
The actual like Klingon's journey through fucking Luke Skywalker's ship.
Yeah, I think that especially with the Star Wars stuff, it almost seems like they want to branch out to like a different thing already, because there's so much like Star Wars content that they keep pushing out.
Well, even the Disney Star Wars movies
and the Marvel stuff as well. I feel like those could all be different things, but I do like that they're all like.
What about Discovery Plus?
And there. Oh, is that a different? See, this is one I don't think it exists because I feel like it's part of.
It got absorbed by Disney. That's why we're just gonna put that there right now. Does that add to your experience at Disney Plus?
I mean, like, I feel like Discovery Plus is a streaming service that never needed to exist, because it like is basically all shows that you should only be watching on cable television. Like if you're streaming like House Hunters, like something is wrong, you know? So I don't, like, that doesn't really, I'm not engaging in that content, because if I'm engaging in that content, I'm, like, at my home, like, where I grew up, on the couch, like, watching that on my cable box.
Yeah, exactly. I'm watching that on TV because I'm bored.
You will never catch me
it's playing at the dentist TV.
Yeah. I just like that all of the Disney content, or most of the Disney content, is easily accessible.
You know what? You are swaying me with this. As a platform, it does do its job. So I think something's off feels right. Something's
maybe
off.
something's off. I'm a big fan of Disney Plus, but I'm willing to put it in something's off because of it has the same problem Netflix has, where it's like almost
bloated.
A lot of content.
Like way too much content. That's like, I don't know.
I agree. I feel like if they split it up maybe into different parts or did a better job.
Like if it was like maybe you could pay for the Disney bundle, but it was just different apps, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it.
It's just like when you click all movies and it just.
Yeah, and they also have like a lot of with the Discovery Plus, like they have a lot of like documentaries and stuff, which I also feels like just like weighs down the platform because it's like most people aren't going to Disney Plus to watch like that.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
It's just so bloated that it's like hard to find a movie on there. If you're searching for a movie and it says it's on Disney Plus, you just click on the link.
And they do also, I will say, like they have a good selection of movies that aren't necessarily like Disney movies, but like
owned by Disney,
yeah. Which is nice because there's certain movies that you're like, I don't know if this will be on streaming, and then it's just like on Disney Plus, like The
What's
Pacifier.
That? Oh yeah,
like,
I was thinking The Incredible Pawn or whatever. Do you remember that one?
No.
Disney Plus, I think, gets something's off because it's way too bloated for its own good.
Yeah, and I would really like to be able to just like only see like real like Disney content. Anyways, I'm gonna put in something's off. We're compromising.
Yeah, compromise.
Okay, well, we're gonna do Peacock next.
Peacock is a great one because while it does have ads,
I feel like we agree, right?
Yeah, of course. Peacock is addictive. Peacock is great. Now, unfortunately, you do have to pay for it, and it does have ads.
It does have ads.
That's the biggest downside.
I will also say, this is maybe just like a me thing, but it you do have to pay for it, but somehow you can get it for free with cable.
Yeah.
So like, do you have to pay for it?
It depends. It depends if you know someone with cable. Which do you?
And I think there is a free version, but I don't think it's that good. Like, I think
it feels like it limits most of the library.
Get a free version, but it's not worth it.
But Peacock is great because, again, it doesn't overstay. There's not Peacock originals left and right.
There are, but they're not.
It's not so plugged that it weighs down. I guess Peacock is like good because it's for shows.
Well, and also Peacock knows what it is. Like, it is the NBC streaming service.
And what does NBC do? Shows.
Like, you know, if you want to watch like 30 Rock or like
The Office,
The Office and like
or
stuff like that.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, if you want to
or
watch
like
those,
any like maybe not Seinfeld. I guess that got bought.
No, but they have like I think they might
got
even
Friends.
have Friends and
like any classic cable show, probably either going to be on Peacock or Prime Video.
They definitely also have Modern Family.
I think they even have Community, and like Parks and Rec too.
Yeah, they've have
got
a lot
good
of good
quality
stuff on Peacock.
sitcom shows.
I think in terms of movies,
it is lacking.
It has like once in a while have like a random movie that we're looking for, and they do have movies on it, but it's definitely not
the place for movies.
But it knows what it is.
Exactly, it knows it's not the place for movies. So like it has a couple, but it's really for TV shows, and it does a great job at that because it has the ad breaks when the ad breaks are supposed to be.
Yeah.
And there's a couple gripes with like the UI, maybe with the way it's presented and the continue watching being below the recommended. Yeah. But like that doesn't deduct that many points in my opinion.
All right.
I would keep it high praise.
I love Peacock.
YouTube Premium. Whoa. See, I was gonna put it on addictive.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you watching on YouTube Premium? That's addictive.
Well, I'm counting YouTube Premium as YouTube.
Just YouTube?
Yeah.
As just YouTube.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think it's absolutely the best streaming service. I think that's why this video is on YouTube. There's mountains of content creators can make without having to really worry about money. I mean, obviously we don't get paid for shit, but I mean, no one's telling us what to make for money unless you sell out. So I don't know. I like the fact that it's indie. Well, I like the fact that It's YouTube.
I like YouTube.com.
That's what I'm saying. I think YouTube.com is the best streaming
isn't
service.
YouTube Premium, you have to pay for it?
So, okay, if you want to count YouTube Premium just as the films and movies stuff, I will say the YouTube free movies is often better than any Netflix original. So at the bare minimum, pretty good.
I'm so confused about what YouTube Premium is right now. Like, you have to pay for YouTube Premium.
No.
Oh, okay. That's
like,
why I was confused.
YouTube.com is free as fuck.
So what is YouTube Premium?
YouTube Premium is if you want to watch Hollywood films and Hollywood sitcoms or...
On YouTube.
Look.
Okay.
Look.
Okay.
I feel like maybe if you use the YouTube website, it'll help you here.
Okay.
You can watch any videos you want, like any videos you want.
Yeah.
But say if like you want to watch a movie like Little Miss Sunshine or Punch Drunk Love or Almost Famous or Train Spotting or Gotcha or The Father or Dead Poet Society.
Okay,
they have every fucking movie. Not every movie, literally, but basically. And then on top of that, they also have free movies, which are all pretty legit, like I Am Robot, Flight, Rise of the Guardians, Clash of Titans,
Dumb and Dumber,
Terminator 3, like Terminator Salvation. These are all free on YouTube that you don't even need to make a YouTube Premium account, because just by having a YouTube account, you have a YouTube Premium.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of group them in together.
So one note I want to make is I feel like with YouTube I do notice the ads more.
Yeah, when the YouTube movies, especially with the free movies, the ad breaks, they don't fade to black before. It's just hard cuts.
And like a lot of times, and
the audio mixing is never well.
Yeah, the YouTube ads in particular, like they're just like...
They're mixed much louder.
They're different than like the ads that are on usually like streaming services.
Well, because the streaming services ads are television ads.
Yeah.
YouTube ads are YouTube ads.
So it's there's a little bit.
But again, it's YouTube. It has everything
YouTube,
and it's free.
We're keeping it out the top.
It has to be the top, right? It has to be the number one. Like, you can tell me if you think I'm wrong. If we're talking just YouTube Premium, I'd put it slightly below Prime Video.
Okay, so we're going to keep it YouTube.
If YouTube as a whole, YouTube.com, I think is the best streaming service right now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Can you Google if MGM Plus still exists?
I've never watched it.
Okay, but I don't even know if it exists anymore, but we're just going to throw it in.
Have you ever watched it?
No.
So then let's assume it doesn't, but we've never watched it anyway. Let's get a couple of these other never watched.
BritBox, which I'm pretty sure is British.
Yeah, I think they only sell that in Britain. VRV.
I've never even heard of this.
I have heard of it, but it's kind of sussy.
I don't know what this is.
High Dive? Don't even know what that is.
I'm also going to put ESPN Plus in there just because, like...
No, that doesn't exist anymore. That got absorbed.
Oh, is that Disney, like, Hulu or something?
It's Disney Hulu, yeah.
Just because, also, I don't watch sports, so wouldn't have watched it anyways. I don't know
Future, that's an HBO Max, doesn't exist or never seen.
Okay. And,
Roku Channel.
Okay, let's talk Roku Channel.
Well, you've seen something on Roku Channel? I guess we should watch that one Roku Channel original. What about the Looney Tunes one? Let's get the ones that we've never seen.
Does this even exist? I don't even know. Okay.
We don't even know what it is. It's Scooby-Doo, Disney.
Tubi.
I think that got... Oh, that's the Warner Brothers one. Warner Brothers. That got bought by someone. That doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, that's like Paramount Plus or something, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got these.
Now we're down to ones that are left. Let's talk Roku Channel.
Roku Channel. I've watched... I could count on one hand the amount of times I've used the Roku Channel. But we also don't own like a Roku TV or like
my family doesn't, but they still never use it.
Yeah, to me personally, it doesn't, like, anyone who owns a Roku TV doesn't really seem to use it for a lot of like Roku stuff, so it just kind of seems like
an extra button that you ignore. So I think that's a classic case of reluctantly used, because if it's the only platform we have to watch, fine. Tubi's
like, to me, Tubi in my head is like very similar to Freevee.
Oh, really? See, I equate Tubi with Peacock.
Really?
Yeah,
what is just on Tubi.
Tubi, it's like the inverse. It's like the evil version of Peacock. Tubi is like only good for very selective movies. Has no shows. I might even put it on. It works. I think it is free.
Okay, we'll put it on.
It's free with ads, and it has a bunch of random movies like. That one film with Harrison Ford where he's like, I didn't kill my wife.
Taken.
Yeah, Taken. So they have like random movies on there that like aren't on other things.
Okay, sure. We'll keep it.
It
yeah,
works.
I'm sure
We've definitely
it is.
watched a handful
I
of
believe
Tubi
you.
films when it's just like, oh, it's one of those free ones with streaming.
I'm just now realizing that I don't know the difference between Tubi and Pluto.
I know. That's what I was just saying.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying now.
They're all just the free ones with the random picks on it. I think it works definition.
This
because it's
one-
got ads.
We've definitely watched movies on it.
Same
and
with
it's
Tubi.
definitely fine. I think the issue I have with Pluto TV is, if I recall correctly, they don't have a good website. Like, it's hard to, like, go on and, like...
It's
I
a very
almost kinda wanna
clunky
move it
UI.
down.
You want to move to reluctantly?
Maybe. Well, just because, like, if I search for a movie on Google and it's on Pluto, and I can just click watch on Pluto, it's fine. So maybe I'll keep it in IntWorks. But, like, if I go to Pluto.com, the website is not going to, like, help me find what I want.
No, yeah, and that's why it's like, it works, but it's
Okay.
not, like...
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
reluctantly used means, like, it's
bad.
It's bad.
Okay,
You
we're
know?
keeping
I mean,
it.
we could move it down.
No, I think we should keep it, because we've watched stuff on this.
I kind of equate it with, like, again, like Peacock, but it's not as... It's like the evil version of Peacock.
Yeah. Okay. Stars. So
So you used to pay for Stars.
Stars?
You used to
I have
subscribe
beef
to it.
with Stars.
And now that we don't pay for it, it's like everything's on Stars.
Can I tell the story? Okay. I had to start paying for a Stars membership because there's this thing where, like, we want to watch movies and we search for movies, and, like, a lot of them are sometimes not on streaming or, like, the streaming services that we have, and every single time it'd be on Stars. And then I paid for a Stars membership, and there was no good movies on it. Like, if you went to, like, the most popular movies on Stars, it would just be, like, movies no one has ever heard of. And so I stopped my Stars membership. Also, they charged me $8.99 when my membership was originally $9.99 a month, and then I forgot to, like, change it, so that was annoying also. However, all of a sudden, now that we don't have Stars, it's like every single movie that we want to watch is on Stars. So
They do have selections.
It's a lose-lose.
They have selections, but it's like it's a shady company.
It's just the most random selection of movies you have ever seen. It's not curated, and it's probably just gonna have the movie that you really want to watch.
Yeah,
that
like
day.
when you're looking on Letterboxd and you're like, oh, I want to watch this.
It's probably
That's
gonna be on Stars.
probably on Stars.
Would
It might be on Hulu Premium.
Pay money for it? No.
No.
Because
Yeah, I think
there's
that's
nothing really good.
I don't think we're
Darn
advising
it.
people of whether or not should buy these channels. I think we're saying how we feel about
Yeah.
them, and we clearly hate it.
We're not a big Stars fan.
We're not Stars family, but inversely, Paramount Plus.
I like Paramount Plus because I have the same feelings that I do with Paramount Plus and Disney Plus, is that Paramount Plus is like the Nickelodeon version of Disney Plus. It's also like, it has the same kind of feeling to me where, like, it has a lot of other stuff going on.
It has a
but,
lot. Paramount.
If you want to watch, like, any of the Nickelodeon stuff, I think they have most of it on Paramount Plus, like
SpongeBob
SpongeBob, Drake
and
and Josh, stuff like that. They also have, like, the
iCarly.
and, like, the new iCarly, which, like, I can't even get into that right now. But they also have, like, all of the Paramount movies, like The Godfather, and, like, a lot of, like, really classic
They might even have like
films.
Rambo's type.
So it kind of
Cinema-wise.
has, like, a similar Disney Plus thing where it's like there's just a lot of different categories going on, but I'm glad that they're all there and available.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay to keep it at pretty good. Although the one thing that I do hate about Paramount Plus is that when you pause the episode,
Move it down to something else. Put it above Netflix though.
Yeah.
Because I still
you
think
know
this is
what I'm
better than Netflix. The options available are more consistent.
Yeah, it is.
Like the
yeah.
films there, like you know Godfather's going to be on Paramount Plus. They're not going to take
yeah.
off Godfather.
Yeah.
Netflix, they say, hey, you know what? Pineapple Express, it's not going to be on this month.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just Netflix is like the one that annoys me the most.
I think Netflix, moves around its films the most also. Like, it just seems like a lot of things don't stay on Netflix
And it's just
for
like,
very long.
they just didn't do that.
Yeah.
It'd be so much better. Anyway, Paramount Plus, they put ads when you pause it. Big, giant ads.
I think Peacock does the same thing, but it doesn't annoy me as much for some reason because the Paramount Plus ones are, like, obnoxious.
Yeah,
And
you could be
can't,
like in the middle of a film. You're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you pause it, and it's just the fucking Lord's light coming from
and
this
then
ad.
If you click anywhere except the little box in the bottom where the movie is, it takes you to the ad.
Yeah, it's not like a click here to go to the ad. It's like anywhere you
Because
click.
the whole page is the ad, and it's really annoying.
Especially because you're probably in full screen because you're watching
and,
a movie.
Sometimes they'll just advertise Paramount Plus, and it's like, I'm on Paramount Plus. The Paramount Plus originals are not up to...
I didn't know they had originals.
They have like the iCarly reboot, like stuff like that. That's like not really up to the standard that you would with like a lot of other streaming services. Okay, can we talk about Apple Plus?
Yeah, let's talk about Apple Plus. I feel like I get Apple and Prime Video confused a lot.
I do too, because I think they're the same.
I would put them on this pretty same tier. Yeah, I'd put them...
I want to put it in front of
you. think it's above Prime Video?
I think Apple TV has some really good shows on it.
Like the Lord of the Rings show?
I thought that was Amazon Prime.
I get them confused.
Yeah.
They're like the same thing in my head.
The Apple TV has like all of those like I feel like whenever an Apple TV original show comes out, like it's winning awards.
I've only seen Apple originals being like Oscar bait. So that's why I would say that personally.
Yeah.
Personally, because again, there's some okay movies.
Yeah, Apple TV, I feel like there is a lot of like stuff that people talk about on there, but there's also like a lot of stuff that like no one is talking about at all.
The stuff that people talk about on there, I feel like they talk about it because no one else talks about it.
I don't know.
Like Ted Lasso, like is Ted Lasso actually really good?
Isn't Severance on?
Oh, I have actually been told to watch this.
People really I feel like when they make a good show, they make a good show.
And you know what? That's a good way of putting it. Instead of my evil rant.
Oh no, it's I was gonna say when they make a good show, it's good. Like it's a good show.
When they hit a ball, when they get the swing and they make connection, they knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
But they're batting like 1 out of 100. Or like 1 out of 300.
I still feel like it's better than Netflix. Like I still feel like their hit to miss ratio is higher than Netflix.
Netflix, you might be right with that, but that's just because of the sheer amount of garbage Netflix dumps daily.
And I have never watched anything on AMC Plus ever.
I used to watch AMC when it was on TV.
Like they have
Walking Dead,
and
Orange is the New Black. Breaking Bad, yeah.
Orange is the New Black is Netflix original.
But Breaking Bad was on Netflix before they had the AMC channel, and that's how I watched it.
Yeah.
And Breaking Bad is still on Netflix. Still on Netflix with all the Better Call Saul stuff. So it's like AMC kind of does like, they let their properties be used elsewhere. So for that, we've never watched it.
And those are the only things that I know. I think maybe Yellow Jackets, but I'm not even sure about that.
Crackle is a streaming service that I briefly knew. It was on my Roku when I was a kid. I don't think it's around anymore. So Crackle, I think is a safe bottom bet.
Okay, I'm probably never.
Although I do think for the sake of continuity, Stars should be better than Roku because we at least bought Stars for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah, so Showtime.
Another free movie software that we use almost interchangeably is Tubo.
I don't think Showtime is free.
You pay for Showtime?
Well, no, it's included in cable if you have cable.
Okay, so it's like a Peacock situation.
Yeah. I don't pay for it, but I also don't like pay extra for it.
But do we have any problems with Showtime at all? Like it works, doesn't have ads.
Showtime is really like honestly so middle of the
I'd put it above Tubi though. I definitely like when I see it's available on Pluto TV, Tubi, and Showtime, I click Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime is pretty middle of the road to me.
But it's very like
a pretty decent selection, but it's not really its own thing. It's pretty much just like movies are sometimes on there.
Yeah.
And it works. It's good.
Now it's Crunchyroll time. So Crunchyroll is anime.
I've never watched anything on it, so I don't know if you have any thoughts on it.
I never really watched anything on it. I might have like browsed it once to watch some like Lupin the Third or something crazy. Mm-hmm. But like honestly, your popular animes are gonna be on a streaming service. So this is for like the underrated, like the kind of hipster anime stuff. Cool thing about it though is they do it well. Like they have the Japanese sub and the dub like next to each other. Like it's an okay. I would give it works at least. Yeah. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
It works. It does what it wants to do and it stays in its lane.
Next, we have Hulu.
Hulu. I kind of want to give this. Will reluctantly use.
Whoa. I wanted to put it in pretty good. So.
I think something's off maybe.
Okay, we'll put it here for now, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Because I love a lot of the programs Hulu has, like Sunny in Philadelphia, or What We Do in the Shadows, or they got some really good movie or TV shows. Movies? Yeah, they have a couple. Atlanta, yep.
Like, they have a lot of the, like, FX Hulu stuff.
They have really good shows.
The shows are pretty good.
But they don't use the ad block slots of the shows. They don't put ads where they're supposed to be. At least they didn't back in the day.
It depends on if you have Hulu Premium or if you have Hulu with ads.
Well, I clearly had Hulu with ads.
Yeah.
And talk about ads every 5 minutes. Oh my god.
Hulu ads are really annoying when you have Hulu ads.
And they're like 6 minutes long. The other thing, the reason I wanted to put it in reluctantly use is because it has DLC.
I don't know.
You can't watch downloadable content. It means you have to pay more to get all the content.
Well, yeah.
So, like, you can't watch everything on Hulu unless you have the certain package.
Yeah.
Or the premium package, or this package, or this package. And so for that, why even make it a streaming service if it's just cable? So I feel like something's off is probably the fair. I think it's below Disney and Netflix for sure.
Yeah. We'll keep it there.
I think that's a fine spot. Because, again, it's like, if it's
doesn't
on anything
suck.
else, I will watch it. Like, even if it's on Showtime, Tubi, or Pluto, I would watch it over Hulu. So maybe it should be in the It Works.
I'm keeping it in something's off.
Yeah, you do have the premium Hulu, so I guess that affects that. Now, finally, let's talk about the best one, HBO Max.
I mean,
obviously.
Did we need to say anything else?
Like, you guys knew where this was going. We're movie majors, obviously. Succession, and just HBO Max knocks it out of the park with its movies and its TV shows.
I think you mean Max.
They changed the name to Max. It's really stupid. Really stupid.
We love Max though.
It's great.
Even though that was a weird business move, all of their original content is leagues better than anything else on this list.
It has all of the Adult Swim content.
It has, I'm pretty sure also the Studio Ghibli movies.
It has Studio Ghibli, yep.
Ghibli. It just has...
It has, like, a lot of, like, actual cinema, too.
Yeah, like...
Like, Harry Met Sally's on there.
If we're looking for a movie, I feel like we usually will go... Like, we'll start off... If we're just browsing
Yeah, if we're browsing movies, HBO Max is the best platform to browse movies on.
Yeah, they've got...
They also have all the Warner Brothers stuff, too. So if you like Batman and shit...
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they have all that animated
DC
stuff. Like,
it's just good.
It's a really good program. And even though they have all that DC stuff, they don't make a whole big deal out of it. It's not like, this is the DC section with the comic books and all the... It's just comic books. Yeah. It's like, it's there. And, you could not even know it's there. They do have a very high bar of, like, the quality. Yeah. Like, it's you're not going to watch something completely garbage on HBO
unless
Max.
you watch The Idol.
Unless you purposely seek out, like, Gremlins 2. Yeah. Which, again, is on Max. So... It's kind of got it both.
Yeah. Probably the best. Like,
it's probably the best one in terms of, like, it also doesn't really rotate content either, which is huge for me. Because it just, you go to Max, you know what you're going to get. This is our list. If you guys have any thoughts on it, feel free to share them in the comments below. But more importantly, if you agree with anything that we're saying, if you're like, these guys have some smart heads, maybe check out our podcast.
Yeah, we have... hear more of our opinions on things that don't necessarily matter.
Yeah, or even if you just like our banter, feel free to check it out.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty more of interactions like this.
We upload weekly on a day of our choosing.
And again, YouTube, Spotify, and maybe Apple.
Soon to be Apple.
Someday.
Probably when you're watching this, hopefully it'll already be.
Yeah, probably by the time this is up, it'll probably already be on Apple.
Yeah.
Check us out.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go, comment down below your favorite streaming service and your favorite TV show or movie from said streaming service.
I really like cake boss.